6 life-changing stories that immediately wake people up, especially the elders. Today, I want to give you 6 stories that instantly make people wake up. 1. At a banquet, Mark Twain sat across from a lady. Out of courtesy, he said, "You are very beautiful." The lady, however, did not appreciate the compliment and arrogantly replied, "Too bad I can't say the same about you." Mark Twain calmly and politely responded, "That's okay. You can lie just like I did." The lady then bowed her head in shame. The stones you throw are often the ones that trip you up. Mark Twain's tale spins a yarn that warms the heart, offering a lesson for folks of all ages. A simple compliment, intended to spark a friendly conversation, teaches us the power of courtesy. By treating others with kindness and politeness, especially in social settings, we build strong bonds and create a supportive community where everyone feels welcome. Just as important are humility and grace. The lady's response to the compliment, though unkind, serves as a reminder of the importance of responding with modesty and respect. This simple act prevents misunderstandings and keeps feelings from getting ruffled. Mark Twain's witty reply, delivered with composure rather than anger, shows us another valuable lesson. Instead of getting flustered, he used humor to turn a potentially negative encounter into a moment of self-reflection for both of them. This reminds us that even in the face of rudeness, a thoughtful response can disarm a tense situation and encourage understanding. The story also encourages us to consider the long reach of our words. Just like a stone thrown in anger, unkind words can often boomerang back and cause us trouble. The lady's embarrassment reminds us that treating others with respect and kindness creates a more positive and understanding world for everyone. It's a ripple effect. The good we put out into the world comes back to us in unexpected ways. In essence, this timeless tale serves as a gentle nudge to remember the importance of courtesy, humility, and the power of our words. It's a reminder to choose kindness, for it paves the way for a world filled with positivity and understanding. A world where everyone feels valued and respected. 2. A mouse fell into a half-filled rice jar and, overwhelmed by his good fortune, quickly adapted to his new environment. With no apparent dangers, he indulged in the abundance of rice, enjoying a carefree existence of eating and sleeping. As time passed, the rice supply dwindled, but the mouse, unable to resist the temptation of his easy life, chose to stay in the jar. It wasn't until he had consumed the last grain of rice that he realized the gravity of his situation. The jar, once a source of comfort, had become a trap, and the mouse found himself unable to escape. The story serves as a powerful reminder that our seemingly smooth lives are often fraught with hidden dangers. There's a wise saying, folks, that sometimes even the coziest armchair can become a trap if we sit in it for too long. This story reminds us of that, much like a gentle nudge from a dear friend. Just like the little mouse in the tale, we can sometimes find ourselves in situations that seem perfect, comfortable, plentiful, and secure. But just like the mouse who forgot about the cunning cat, if we get too comfortable and fail to look ahead, we might find ourselves stuck. Our choices, once they settle into routines, can become like the walls of that cozy armchair, keeping us safe, but also limiting our options. This story is a friendly reminder to stay sharp and plan for the future, even when things seem good. It's like keeping a watchful eye out the window, even on a sunny day. By staying mindful of potential challenges and thinking ahead, we can avoid getting caught off guard by unexpected turns of events. Just like a little planning can help us avoid a leaky roof or an empty pantry, taking some time to consider what lies down the road can help us navigate life's twists and turns more smoothly. Remember, a little foresight can go a long way, and it's never too late to keep our minds active and plan for a bright future. After all, we all want to stay in control of our own lives, just like the captain steers the ship, not be prisoners of our circumstances. So let's keep our minds sharp and our plans in order and face the future with confidence and a smile. 3. On the first day, a little white rabbit went fishing, but caught nothing. Undeterred, the rabbit returned the next day, only to meet with the same result. Determined, the rabbit tried once more on the third day. This time, as soon as it arrived at the river, a big fish jumped out and shouted, "If you dare use carrots as bait again, I'll flatten you." The rabbit had been using what it thought was the best bait, carrots, its favorite food. However, the fish had no interest in carrots. Sometimes the best intentions can land us in a bit of a pickle, just like the rabbit in this story. It reminds us of the importance of putting ourselves in other folks' shoes and seeing things from their perspective before we jump in and lend a hand. You see, the rabbit, bless its heart, kept trying to help in ways that made sense to it, but not necessarily to the creature in need. Just like in our own lives, sometimes offering what we think someone needs isn't the same as offering what they truly want or what would be most helpful. Maybe they don't need a fancy new carrot patch, but a sturdy fence to keep out the pesky foxes. Maybe they need a listening ear more than a helping hand. The key is understanding. This story is a friendly reminder to take a moment, have a chat, and get a sense of what's really going on. Just like a good doctor asks questions before prescribing medicine, we can all benefit from a little empathy and perspective taking. By taking the time to understand the needs and desires of those around us, we can ensure that our efforts are truly appreciated and make a real difference. After all, wouldn't we all rather receive a helping hand that truly helps, rather than one that just creates more work? It's all about building strong connections, isn't it? The kind where we understand each other and can truly support one another. So let's keep those ears open and those hearts understanding, and work together to create a more supportive and fulfilling world for everyone. 4. A doctor once performed cancer surgery on a patient, but upon opening the patient up, he found that the cancer was inoperable. With no options, the doctor had to sew the patient back up without removing the cancer. The patient, a rural resident, didn't understand the medical terms and complexities involved. He believed that since the surgery had been performed, the disease would be cured. Trusting in the doctor's actions, he left the hospital convinced of his recovery. A year later, during a follow-up visit, the patient was found to be completely cured. The cancer cells had vanished. This story reminds us of a truth we've all learned throughout our lives. Friends, a positive spirit can be some of the strongest medicine there is. Just like the determined patient in the tale, even when things seem bleak, holding on to hope and optimism can make a world of difference. It might sound simple, but that spark of belief in a brighter future can be a powerful force for healing. You see, our minds and bodies are more connected than we might think. A positive attitude can act like a gentle nudge, encouraging our bodies to fight harder and heal faster. It can give us the strength to keep going, even on the toughest days. It's like having a built-in cheerleader in our corner, whispering encouragement and reminding us of our own inner power. Of course, there will be times when things feel overwhelming. That's perfectly normal. But even in those moments, holding on to a sliver of hope, a flicker of optimism, can make a big difference. It can help us face challenges with more resilience, bounce back from setbacks quicker, and find the strength to keep moving forward. This story isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the difficulties we face while still believing in the possibility of good things to come. It's about holding on to that fighting spirit, that spark of joy that makes life beautiful, even in the face of challenges. Because remember, friends, a positive outlook isn't just good for the soul. It can be a powerful tool for healing and living a long, fulfilling life. So let's keep those chins up and those smiles bright and face the future with hope and optimism in our hearts. 5. That year, a man was sitting in a cafe waiting for a friend when a girl approached him and asked, "Are you here for a blind date arranged by Anward?" He looked up and saw that she was exactly his type. Thinking it might be an opportunity worth seizing, he quickly agreed, "Yes, please sit down." They talked and got to know each other, and this chance encounter blossomed into a deeper connection. On their wedding day, the man confessed that he wasn't actually there for a blind date. To his surprise, his wife laughed and revealed that she wasn't either. She had just used it as an excuse to talk to him. This story reminds us, dear friends, that sometimes the most beautiful chapters in life unfold when we least expect them. Just like the man and the young girl in this tale, life has a way of throwing delightful surprises our way if we're open to catching them. It might be a chance encounter with a friendly stranger, a sudden opportunity to revisit an old hobby, or even a simple invitation to join a new activity. The key, as they say, is to keep our hearts young and our spirits adventurous. Remember those times when we were younger and a spark of spontaneity could lead to an unforgettable experience? This story reminds us that the spirit of adventure doesn't have to fade with age. It's never too late to take a chance, to say yes to something unexpected, or to step outside our comfort zones. Who knows? That yes could lead to a newfound friendship, a rekindled passion, or even a whole new adventure waiting to be explored. Think back to some of the most cherished moments in your own lives. Weren't some of them born out of a simple decision to take a chance, to strike up a conversation, or to try something new? This story is a gentle nudge to remember that magic. It's a reminder that life is still full of possibilities, even at our age. So let's keep our eyes peeled for those unexpected opportunities, those little nudges from fate. Let's keep our hearts open to new connections, new experiences, and new ways to enrich our lives. After all, the greatest joys often come wrapped in the most unexpected packages, waiting for us to embrace them with a smile and a sense of adventure. So let's keep those spirits high and those hearts open, and get ready to be surprised by the beauty that life still has to offer. 6. On a fast-moving train, an old man accidentally dropped a newly bought shoe out the window. Everyone around him felt sorry for his loss, but to their surprise, the old man immediately threw the other shoe out the window as well. When asked why, the old man explained, "No matter how expensive it is, one shoe is useless to me now. If someone finds a pair, they might be able to wear them." This story, dear friends, offers a quiet wisdom, a gentle nudge to consider the power of letting go. Sometimes, in life's journey, we encounter losses, big or small, that leave us clinging to what's no longer there. It might be a cherished object, a missed opportunity, or even a relationship that has run its course. Just like the old man in the tale, we might find ourselves holding on to a single shoe, a fragment of something once whole. But here's the thing, folks. Holding on to that single shoe serves no purpose. It doesn't bring back what's lost, and it certainly doesn't make walking any easier. In fact, it might just weigh us down, keeping us from moving forward. The old man, in his simple act of letting go, shows us a profound truth. Sometimes, the wisest choice is to accept what cannot be changed and release it with grace. Letting go, of course, doesn't mean forgetting. It simply means acknowledging the pain of loss and then choosing to move forward with lighter hearts. It's about making space for new joys, new experiences, and new beginnings. After all, life is a journey, and journeys are best traveled by light. Think back to your own lives. Haven't some of your greatest joys come after letting go of something that no longer served you? Maybe it was a job that no longer challenged you, a grudge that only caused bitterness, or even a habit that held you back. Letting go, though difficult, can be a powerful act of self-compassion and pave the way for a brighter future. Remember, friends, letting go isn't just about what we release. It's also about what we open ourselves up to. By releasing the burdens of the past, we create space for new possibilities, new connections, and a renewed sense of peace. And who knows, maybe just like the old man's discarded shoe, our act of letting go might even create an unexpected benefit for someone else. So, let's hold on to the precious memories, but let go of the burdens. Let's embrace the present and look forward to the future with open hearts and a sense of serenity. After all, there's still so much beauty to be discovered on this journey of life. That's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us. We hope this information resonated with you. If you're new here, consider subscribing to daily content. Let's keep learning and growing together, supporting each other on our journey to a healthy and fulfilling life. Until next time,